What's good, guys? Your boy Dice, aka D1 and only, and yes, we are back with another video. Now, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for the last video because you guys went absolutely crazy with the love and the support. So I appreciate you guys. But now we're in America. Yeah, America's different. America's not really the same as, you know, Nigeria where I can call Okada. There's rules and regulation. Not that there isn't in Nigeria, but we already know how Nigeria is. So if you want to come and comment me in the comments, come. Today's video, I kind of wanted you guys to have a bit more of an insight as to me, as in my perspective of living in America, because I can't lie, it is expensive. I feel like there's a big misconception about America being very cheap and very easy to live in. Boy, it is really something. And I'm really gonna break all of that down in this video with my perspective as to how much it actually costs me specifically to live in my house, my apartment, and I guess my car and all that other stuff, and what the public also had to say. First things first, let's start off with rent. Now, my rent ranges between $1,100 to $1,300 every single month. Yeah, I don't have a choice. And it's a one bedroom, but this is a fantastic one bedroom apartment. It's a very decently sized place. If you're looking to get any type of apartment that's a one bedroom around my area, which is like, you know, roughly around like the Houston downtown area, you're gonna be spending upwards of $1,500. When I was looking for my apartment, go back and search the videos. When I was looking for my apartment, I was dropping facts, figures, everything, numbers, you name it. It's expensive. With my apartment, I also have to pay a concierge service for, like, you know, trash, any type of like maintenance that I might need in the crib, and obviously amenities, because I do have a pool, I do have a gym, and I do have like a business and all that comes in that. Let's move on to bills. So now bills, bro, bills ain't fun either. $250 straight on my car insurance alone, bro. What even is that? Another $80 on my phone bill and my internet. So that's kind of a cool little bundle. Then I gotta pay for my electricity in this crib, $30 to $40. But during this whole summer period, it's already at $70. So most times when I'm not inside of the house, I save a lot of money because it's like I'm not using my like plugs, my extension cords, all that kind of stuff. Which brings us to the next part of this video: fun and friends. Now, I want you guys to understand something. If you want to go out, have fun every single weekend, go ahead. But in America, oh my god, you will spend. If I want to go clubbing with my friends, naturally there's a section fee, $100. Straight off the rack. In fact, before I even rush and start talking about inside of the club, valet always ranges between $20 to at least nearly $100 depending on where you're going. If it's the more higher and upper echelon the place or the club that you're going to, or a specific celebrity, i.e. DDG, which was in my town, went to camp, didn't call me. Yeah, if you're watching this DDG, I'm upset. They will upcharge. Houston is a city that doesn't sleep and is essentially even made for that type of partying lifestyle. So don't come here thinking you're gonna save any money whatsoever. Then as far as a section fee, you still got a bottle fee. Bottles fees always range from between $150, and that's if you go to certain places. Like I said, the more upper echelon the club, the more money you're gonna spend. Now, if you're more of like a, you know, a dates type of person, because I'm not gonna lie, like, I'll be going on dates. I love going on dates. And one thing I will say is that dates are equally as expensive. You might not spend $700 on one date, but you will spend a lot of money. Like, I went on a date very recently, and we went to bowling. And when we went to bowling, had a great time. I can't lie, I love going bowling, especially with her. Like, whatever. But we went bowling anyway, and we had a good time, you know, did our thing. Obviously I won, but to even get inside of the bowling, $22 a head. Yeah, I did not include drinks and food. Drinks definitely ranges from at least $40 to $50, maybe even $60 depending on how much of a drinker she is. And if she wants food on top of that, that's an additional $50 to $60. And that does not include this one very important thing, is the tips and the tax. I also forgot to mention my gym is $35 a month. Yep, and I can't cancel with them for the next year or so unless I want to pay them out. And groceries every single week. Groceries will average between around $50 to $120 a week, which brings us to transportation. Now, I will simply say, in Texas, Houston, Texas specifically, you need a car. There is nothing you're gonna do without having a car. Access to one, being able to physically touch one. Like, at least if you can touch one, then you're already, you know, somewhat 60% there. When I first came back in 2023, the first thing I did, driving license. I didn't get a SIM, I didn't get driving license. Public transportation was never an option for me. Now, I don't want to sound bougie when I say that, because I know some people will be like, ooh, public transportation was never an option for me. Yeah, it wasn't. It genuinely wasn't, because where we stayed, there was no bus coming to that side. So my mic actually cut out at this part, so I wasn't able to capture much of the audio, but I was basically saying that in Houston, they have a very bad public transportation system for people that actually don't have a car. So I genuinely couldn't even use that as an option to get around. And Uber, hell no. So we're about to go and fill up gas. Now, naturally, when it comes to how much money I spend on gas every single week, it's not that much, because I can't lie, how much I'm about to fill up now will last me the entire week. Today's Saturday. The last time I filled up was Saturday. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, genuinely, when it comes to me filling up gas, I never really have to worry about how much money I'm spending, because it's never like a lot. But wait, is anyone else's back hurting. Low-key, mine's been hurting since I left Nigeria. I've been carrying the whole of YouTube on my back. So I was really wishing I had like some type of like back and neck massager sent to me directly from Bob and Brad. They sent me the foot massager when they knew I was gonna go on a long 4 to 8 hour road trip. So they sent me a back massager for doing what I did in Nigeria. So obviously we had to unbox it. Now, one thing I will tell you guys, I've never had one of these before in my entire life, so I was actually very excited. It's actually got one plug for obviously charging it and the other plug to obviously navigate, you know, using it. And then it comes with this like little pillow that you can attach to it. Now, when you press that, you press it a few times to basically find out the function that you want. Some of these come with like, you know, heating, and some come without heating. But guys, after a long day, sat down, you want to play games, even if you're arguing with your girlfriend, bro, you can use this for any and every type of calming exercise. Like, look at this guy, so comfortable. So guys, don't miss out. I'll put the link in my description. Please go hit them up right now. I'll put 2 links in there, one for US and one for UK. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I'm gonna catch you guys properly in the next clip. Now I decided, okay, you guys are seeing my perspective, but I actually wanted to ask the public what they thought, because I ain't gonna lie, like this is just me, little old me. I've only been there 2 years. Let's just see what everyone else has to say about America, because I ain't gonna lie, it is as expensive as I just said. Would you say it's like expensive to live in Texas?
I feel like Texas is one of the more least expensive states in the U.S.
Maybe a little bit.
It's expensive to a certain extent. Like gas and stuff is cheap, but then some other stuff like going out, you gonna spend at least a band or something.
I mean, in Texas, gas is pretty cheap.
For me personally, I would say no, just because like, you know, you got a lot of other higher priced places like, you know, the LAs, the New Yorks. I think it's cheaper, and then I think you really get what you're paying for.
Why would you say it's expensive?
Well, I guess it really depends on where you live in Texas, because it's such a big state and there's just a lot of people here.
Like, why do you feel like it's like not as expensive as every other state?
I'm like, I was born in Cali, and most of the stuff out there is like mad expensive, and then I come here, it's way cheaper. Like, say the pay out there is like $33 an hour, you come out here, it's 25. You feel me? Like, the standard of living is a little lower.
I feel that.
I go to school out in Chicago, so I see the price difference all the time when I come back home versus being up there. Gas, clothes, groceries, everything's a little more expensive and it's cheaper down here.
What state do you feel like is like the cheapest to live in?
Cheapest state to live in? I think every state has its pros and cons, really. So it's a balance.
What's like one thing that you would change, like if like by living in Texas?
One thing I would change, probably the weather. It's so bipolar. I'll say the traffic, and also too like the weather and stuff. You know, it'd be hot out here. But outside that, and at a beach in Texas, like a good beach, because the beach over here, like it ain't.
Well, Galveston, you're talking about Galveston?
Yeah, Galveston trash, bro.
Traffic.
How hot it is.
I feel that.
I'd probably say a little bit of the heat as well. Like I like it warm, but it'd be too hot here sometimes.
If you could give advice to anyone that was trying to move to Texas, like what would you give them? Like what would you tell them to prepare? Like,
Prepare for the heat.
Enjoy yourself, explore. I feel like when you come to the cities, the big cities in Texas, you gotta explore and be open-minded and enjoy yourself pretty much. That's the best advice I can give you. And bring some shorts and t-shirts. Don't bring no winter clothes.
Well, don't mess with Texas.
I'll say save. Definitely save up money. And even if you don't, I feel like it's just taking that jump and that leap of faith for whatever you're doing. I was one of those people who just got up and left Texas, or left to Texas straight out of college. And we struggled the first year and stuff, but now we got things rolling and stuff. We doing our thing. But I'll say, yeah, just take that leap of faith. Trust in God with that decision. Talk to Him first over everything else. And yeah, save some bread up, bro. Cause shoot, yeah,
it gets pricey now. I can understand. So after listening to that young man's great story, I hope you guys kind of learned something from that, because that was actually one of the more interesting people I spoke to. But lo and behold, another presentation basically breaking down all the costs that we've already been through in this video, but I feel like you guys need a visual representation of that too. So let's just go through this entire presentation. So obviously, as you guys know, housing costs in Texas, naturally I'm going to be paying for things like rent and so on and so forth. So it's about $1,300 a month, which is obviously including water and drainage. So, you know, some buildings kind of charge for that separately, but that's actually included in that figure too. Let's break down the monthly bill. Now, you guys already know car insurance is $250. I can't even change that. And just because of the fact that I haven't been driving in this country long, my history, all of that kind of stuff, it just plays a big role. Trust me, I'm trying to work on getting something better. Then obviously phone and internet. Now, I wouldn't be able to make this video or even put it out for you guys if I didn't have these things. So that's an extra $80 a month. Now, electricity, like I told you, in the summer is where you probably spend the most money when it comes to electricity. But but for the most part, $40 on an average basis isn't too bad. And now we're trying to dive deeper into where I feel like the brunt of one's money is really spent. Lifestyle. Now, things like groceries are essential. Like, I can't really change this figure. This figure does vary, but I would just say on a monthly basis, one could spend up to $250 in a grocery store. Now, gas, like I told you, is only $30 a week, but it just depends on where I'm driving to, because if I'm driving far long distances, my gas will go down. It's good on gas. My car is very good on gas, but you know. And by the way, I'm not even encompassing for the times that random engine lights turn on and then it's now voila. You guys already know what happens. So, and a night out with the lads, naturally, $300 is very possible. It's also, I would say, a bit unlikely, but I would just say for a very good time out, like if I'm with certain people that just, let's just say, have money, yeah, everybody just gonna be spending and it could really get toxic. And then dates, naturally, like I said, if I'm not going on a date every single week, but if I go on a date maybe once or twice or maybe up to 3 times, you can spend naturally up to $400 on that. So if you're gonna go and pick a babe, find one that's cheap. And then the gym membership naturally is $35, so very easy, standard fee. And when we actually do a whole total of everything that one is potentially spending every single month, that actually gets up to $2,950 a month on just life. So now I'll ask you guys, seeing everything I've kind of showed you guys in the video and hearing all of the varying opinions, would you say it is expensive to live in Texas? Don't like shout at your screen, just comment in the comment section below. And if you like videos like this, please let me know in the comment section so I can continue breaking certain things down or exploring certain things whilst I'm out here in America. I do appreciate you guys for making it this far in the video, and I will see you in the next one. God bless and bye-bye.